Hey everybody, this is Diana at the Misfit Journal Maker. I hope y'all are having a good afternoon and staying cool. I'm trying. We're still in triple digits today, 105 here in Southern California, which I talk about a lot because I hate it. I need rain. So anywhere across the country where there's rain, send some here. Texas needs to send some here. I don't know what's happening. Anyway, I have never done this piece of ephemera before, and I have done a lot of altered paper clips, and I saw this and I thought it was so cute. The lady who did it, she didn't give any directions, she didn't give any measurements, she just did it in a video, and I was like, you know, I want to learn how to do that. And I decided, since I'm going to be teaching myself how to do it, because she did not give any type of measurements of anything, I would take you guys with me, because then that way hopefully it will be much easier for you. So we are making, which I have made mini journals before. In fact, I've made one that was probably this big. I've made very tiny journals before, but this is a paper clip, and it's an actual journal that you can write in. So I thought it was a darling idea, really cute. And so this is the one I made yesterday as my prototype, whatever you want to call it, my first trial. Just so that I would not mess up on camera, which I probably will anyway, but that's all right. So I just think it's absolutely adorable, and I want to put this in my new journal. So I am going to make this and take you with me. So we are going to start with a piece of cardstock, if I could talk right. And on this particular one, I don't want to have white in my, I don't want white here. I'm not I like to have something that is like this. So either you know, use a graphic of any type that you want. You could even do the same one that you're doing here. But for myself, I really love this one. I use this a lot, and so I decided to have that on the background so that it would be in the center, you know, on the center portion of my cover. Okay, so for this little mini book, okay, you can make it any size you want. But if you want to take the guesswork out of it and make it the size I have here, I'm going to give you those measurements. So this is 4 inches long. Okay, 4 inches long. And it is 2 3/4 wide. This way. Okay, so we've got 4 inches long, and then we've got 2 3/4 inches wide. And I'm losing my voice again. So yeah, 4 inches by 2 3/4. Okay. So for the middle pages, you're gonna want to make them smaller. Okay. I really didn't make a measurement on that. All I did was, when I was cutting my my inside pages, I just cut them a tiny bit smaller because I didn't want to have to chop them off. If you want to chop them off after you get them in there, that's fine too. Just make them the exact same size as the outside cover, whatever works for you. Okay, I want to use this portion here, so that's what I'm going to go for. So, but I am going to cut off the border of this because I don't want that. Okay. So we're going to snip that off really quickly. And I don't know what I'd use this other side for, but I'm going to cut that off so I don't mess it up, because I may use it, I don't know. And it's very pretty. Put that aside. Okay, so I want this section up here. So 4 inches is going to be right at the edge. My 4-inch mark is right at the edge. And this, I think, is crooked. Yep, it's crooked. So yeah, it's off. Doggone it. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to cut some of it off, even though I don't want to. Or maybe I can just, let me try one thing. I think it's time for me to get a new trimmer, but it's also probably user error. Okay, so now I can cut off. Okay, my 4-inch mark is right at the edge here, because if I pull this out, it's right up here. So I just don't even bother pulling that out. So we're just gonna line it up at the edge. Okay. And then I'm gonna cut that off. So there's my 4 inches, okay? And then 2 3/4 wide. Wait, did I screw that up? No, I did not. Okay, 2 3/4. So my 2 is right here, which I had to write on because it came off. So we need 2 3/4. Hang on, I have the avalanche happening over here. Okay. So 2 3/4 would be right here. Okay. Let's see if we're right. Yep, perfect. 4 inches by 2 3/4. Okay. And then see, we have the nice inside there. Okay, now, so this is going to be the outside cover. Now, you know what I did is I went ahead and I did what the lady did that I saw on this video. And I rounded the corners before I put it together. That didn't work so good because they do not line up, and that bugs me. I don't want to have that happen. So I'm going to attempt to do it after the fact, okay? So on your inside papers, I've already cut some, so you guys didn't have to go through that with me. I think I'm going to just use 3 because I think 4 is going to, I don't want to, I'm trying not to have bulky journals, so I'm going to use 3, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and just fold these in half. I'm not good with working with little things, I'm telling you. Old arthritic fingers do not like little things. Anybody else have that problem? Okay, so we're gonna fold them all. Okay. And your inside, I guess you could do cardstock if you want to, but I'm doing just some regular colored paper. Okay, now we're going to fold this in half. If I can keep it in the right spot. Okay, and there we go. Now, yeah, I want this to be the front. Which, even though I cut it, I mean, I did it right, it still looks like it's a little... Okay, so next we're going to put this in here like so. No, actually, I made a mistake, you guys. Sorry about that. You need to get... Okay, so you've got your cover and your inside pages, but you also need one more piece. So you're going to cut another one the same exact as the cover. Okay, so you want... Actually, you want 2 of the same. So you want 2 4 inches by 2 3/4 inch papers. Okay, sorry about that. I forgot about the back. My bad. Okay, so I'm just going to do this. We've got 4 inches. say 2 3/4. Okay, so there's my 2, and there's the 3/4. Okay, I'm going to cut that. And this isn't going to matter what's on the back unless you want to have your, I'm going to have this as my back. So, or do I want to do it this way? I'm not sure. It doesn't really matter because you're not going to really see it that much. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and we're going to fold this in half just like we did the previous one. I definitely have to get one of those fancy dancy circle lights. Okay, then once you do this, okay, if I want this to be my back, then I'm going to have to cut it. Okay, so you're going to cut this in half. Okay, because, let's see, I need a paper clip. I thought I had a pink one. Here we go. Perfect. Okay, so what you're going to do is you are going to put your paper clip on the single piece, okay? Just like so. And whatever's your inside, I'm wondering if I want to make it like, it's not going to put the big, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out which side I want to show, the short side or the, I guess it'll be the short side, and we'll put the big one in the middle where it doesn't show. How did I make the other one? Where'd it go? I've got a big mess now on my table. Where's my little thing? Oh, here it is. Yeah, I guess I did the short side. That's fine. Okay, so this is going to be my inside. Sorry. Okay, so you want to, okay, another thing you're going to need is a piece of string, or you're going to twine, or whatever you want to use. I'm going to use a piece of the same string that I'm going to use to bind the little book with. So I can, if it's too long, I can cut it after, but I'm going to go ahead and make it longer just in case. And what you want to do is you want to put this up under the paper clip and try to get it even on both sides. Which it's not. Okay, so you want it right about here, underneath of the paper clip, okay? And now you're going to glue. Oops. Make sure you get the corners. Okay. And I forgot to ink. Shoot. Well, that's okay. I can do it after, thank goodness, on this part. Okay, so that's my front, this is my back, and you're going to glue these together. So now we've got this glued, and that's your back. Okay, so now we're going to get another piece of string, and you're going to do this just the way you do your other, the way you bind your huge journals, big journals. You're going to do it the exact same way. Let me get out a needle. I think I'm going to use that one. I don't want a too big one, but I don't want a too small one either. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead . Why does this look so short? Seriously. I guess because I'm used to having such a long piece of string. Okay, so now you want to thread your needle. Okay, and you want to make sure that you've got a tail that's stuck through here. And I'm going to just pick the middle. Oh, we need to put our papers in. Boy. Wake up, Diana. Wake up, wake up, wake up. I think I'm going to try to do these corners right now, and hopefully it'll work. And the other way did not work, and I did not like it because they were all in a different place. And also these need to be cut down. Okay. So let's see if I can do these all at once. Nope. Try this again. Yay! Perfect. Okay, let's try this now. Actually, I'm going to wait. That's still wet. Doggone it. Maybe I should. Well, trial and error. This is only the second one I ever made, so. Oof. No, it didn't really. Shoot. What if I do them both? Let's try that. Now, let's see. It's just not cutting that one corner right. Nope, just not going to do it. Yeah, that's weird. Oh, good enough. We'll take that. Okay, now we're going to put our pages in. Okay. And you want to get those as centered as you can. And then you're going to stick your needle through the middle. Okay. And then I'm going to do this backwards, because I want to see where I'm putting this thing. Okay. And you want to come through the bottom. past the middle. What do I got going here? There we go. Okay. So we're going to pass the middle and go to the top. Go through. Okay. And then pull this back, and you want to go through the same hole. Come up through the middle. Pull off your needle. And make sure you've got one string on both sides of that middle one. Don't have them both on the same side. All right, come on. There we go. Okay, so pull it tight. And then you're just gonna give yourself a couple knots. It would help if I would have had more string on this other side, which was my fault. Okay. And then you're just going to go ahead and cut it off. Okay. So now we have our little book. And that's the back with the paper clip. This is the front. And then we have our tie. And I want to glue a little bit of some trim on here. And I'm going to glue it right there. Wow, do I have a mess on my desk? Big mess. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and we're going to put some glue down here. Instead of my glue is just like stuck. Okay, there we go. Now I got too much. Oh, jeez. All right. And gotta make sure I got the right side. Okay. I'm going to cut off the extra. And we're going to take our tie. This might have been a little bit too thin, this string right here, but it's still very cute. I'm just going to cut it down a little bit. And there we go. And we've got this cute, really darling. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy with this. I can't even tell you how happy I am with this. With this darling little miniature altered paperclip journal. And still letting my last video I did was this. I did a tutorial, so we're just going to pull this page just to show you. I don't know that I'm going to keep it here, but there you go. That is so cute. Oh my gosh, you guys, I hope you love it like I do. It's darling. I love miniature journals. They're so fun. So yeah, so I hope that you guys like this one as much as I did, because I just think it's so cute. And I'm going to give you those measurements one more time just to help you guys out. The length that you need to cut for the long part of the journal this way is going to be 4 inches, okay? And then the width this way is 2 3/4. And you're going to need 2 of those, because one of them, remember, you're going to cut in half, and you can use whatever you want to be for your back. That's up to you. But you're going to need it to put the paper clip behind. okay? So then you glue that to this like you guys saw me do. And you can round those corners, you can do anything you want. You don't have to round them. You can leave them, if you want to leave them just as is, you can do that as well. So I am so happy with this tutorial. I don't know if you guys can see, so let me put it up close. It's darling. And I'm so happy that I got to share it with you. And if you have questions or whatever, you can go ahead and shoot me an email, or I have my Facebook group. You can come by there, and it's the same name, the Misfit Journal Maker, and we'd love to have you come and show us what you did. Show us your little altered journal paperclip. So you guys have a nice one, and thanks for hanging out with me again. Till next time.